Welcome back, everyone. I do have a surprise for you today. Instead of Mario, my wonderful co-caster tonight is...
Hello!
Hi, Gecks. I missed you.
Oh, I missed you too. I'm a little late to the party, but I guess better late than never, as they say. That's, I don't know, a thing that they say, I believe, but we're here. We're into map 2 now in our grand finals of the Season 18 Platinum Highlander, and well, if you took a look at this mid here, DK just got demolished, as they only have a couple of guys up right now. Make that one, in fact, as it's just Akuma that's rigging off ambi headshots from across the mid, but they are already onto second Memento Mori. They are getting that, and they have a full Uber here inside of lobby.
Yo, Giraffe played that so fast. He basically ran in and just roasted everyone. Bagel getting a nice headshot onto Akuma right there. And there is a significant player advantage, Uber advantage, and we're just going to be waiting for people to go in there, waiting for Apple to pop his team into that last point and get that advantage. Bagel does go down to Vlad, who is doing excellently early on. There's only a level 1 sentry up onto defense, and here we go. The Uber did get popped out onto Syath, who's going to be trying to get in there and doing some work. He manages to take out Corsa, Vlad takes out Scratchy, Zan taking out Joseph, and there's actually a really solid defense going on here, as that was kind of pretty much an ill-advised push. Apple did manage to make it out alive, but DK definitely held on to it, and with 100% Uber, we're going to be seeing a repush right about now.
Yes, indeed we are. They are right now inside of lower. Metaway and Zan are working their way out. They're over by that big door side, trying to grab the second point, as they almost have the cap right now, and they do have still a little bit of advantage, but that gap is closing quite quickly. So they are now starting to move their way through choke as they pop it off. Zan and Corsa going forward. Bobby's going to get sent through as well. Vlad goes down, and here comes Bobby. He's able to take down Apple and just destroy those guys over inside of that big door area there. That's big plays from him, and looks like they are gonna potentially pick up on this mid here. They have managed to push him out.
Bobby's been doing a great job just sort of denying chokes in all sorts of areas, doing all those flanky things that soldiers ought to be doing in Highlander, and definitely his team has been benefiting from it. And here we go. It does look like DK might be able to push through that choke, or at least they're going to try to. Dahl is sitting up there with a black box and Conch trying to rain down rockets on anyone trying to get through, and he does get counter-jumped by Bobby, who's going to sort of scare him off there, and it does look like MM is going to cut their losses and back up into Shutter, back up into the upper river area, and maybe even let DK sort of take this second point and get ready for a repush because they know they have advantage. Metaway has about a 10% advantage going on here. And, ooh, Joe gets a nice pick onto Vlad right there. And this point is going to be DK's, but I wouldn't be surprised if Memento Mori tries to do a repush, as DK's actually flooding in right here. It's really messy underneath. Corsa manages to get Apple in the collateral. Metaway has to pop, and we're pushing into last right here. It is nasty. Zan down, Carl down. Bobby gets backstabbed by Joe. Oh my god.
Oh, they're getting put into the meat grinder here inside the lobby. Oh no. So that is going to be a whole lot of casualties over on the side of DK there. And for the time being, they still have this point. They have the second point, but Memento Mori is trying to get out there. You have Scout on the point currently, seeing if they can get some time down there. Geosis goes down to Vlad, and Corsa is going to come out and take the fight onto the soldier there of Memento Mori. A few more frags going down on the side of DK, and right at the moment DK actually has a slight Uber advantage to work with, and they have a number advantage too, so they've taken total control of this lobby, and it looks like they might want to try and push the issue here. Memento Mori is still down 3 players, but no, they're still just taking their time with this one. Now starting to rotate it around towards Riverside. It looks like they want to take this. They really need to focus down Apple on this push here as they pop it in from the Riverside, but the Ubers are exchanged. They didn't move in quite enough time. DK just took a little bit too long there, but they're finding the frags regardless. Only 4 players up. They just got 1 respawn. That's Bagel. Can DK grab this round? I don't think so. It looks like Memento Mori is going to be able to hold this one off just narrowly.
DK just got really split up over there. Corsa got separated from his team, was down in river. We do have Akuma still hanging around down there, so I'm waiting for a really sick Metaway did a really good job backing up the first time, but because they didn't advance close enough, they allowed Apple to get that defense going on, allowed him to get that Uber. We are seeing a bit of aggression coming out here, so the Flink dancing around sort of Shutter, trying to get out there, getting up onto second, fighting against this wrangled mini sentry. Oh, that reflect by Joseph onto Bobby, that was beautiful. Sends him right back to respawn, and it looks like DK is actually going to back up and wait for a pick or a force onto Apple at least. They're going to be very content to hold mid.
Indeed they are. They're just hanging out here. They have lost a couple of guys. DK, Akuma, and Bobby both down. Bobby just now getting his respawn, and we are going to see even Ubers right now. Bagel peeking through this choke. He's trying to take this little battle here possibly with that Vlad, excuse me, but Bagel's actually changed his line of sight over to Big Door at the moment, so it's just the waiting game here. See exactly what these snipers can find, but Memento Mori, for the time being, they're just hanging out. Ooh, Akuma's right behind Giraffe over here in Big Tor, and just when he was going to go for the juicy pick, he turned around and, well, DK getting a bit more aggressive towards choke there. Zan was. He took quite a bit of damage. He'll back off, so we're seeing these lovely old gully wash stalemates here, Atwas.
Alright, I am definitely totally watching Joe, who has been running around behind DK for the past maybe minute. Oh my god! Oh my god! The triple stop! Joseph's drop and Apple, that was insane. That was a drop. That's so good. DK's just gonna come in here and roast people. Oh my god, Akuma is a hero. I know he's really known for his ambassador aim, but that was just downright dirty.
Oh, that was wild. Look at that. The guy picks up a massive 3K, the drop to boot, and now they're going to have free reign over this DK. They pop in through the Shutter side, saving as many players as they can. Huey Lewis went down, Vlad picks up one, and they're finding even more frags here. DK, they've gotten quite a few at this point, but still have yet to focus down any cap time, and Memento Mori with the return frags. It's a tight one here on last, but it looks like Memento Mori will be able to hold it off. Of course, it down. They're pushing the issue. They managed to finally take down the heavy that was just sitting there. And DK is going to be able to pick up on that round.
Oh my god, that was so good. Akuma basically single-handedly winning his team the round right there. We are 1-0 right now in the favor of DK, and hey, Gully Wash isn't so bad. Both teams are doing a pretty good job here. We are seeing a pretty fast rollout here from DK. Giraffe gets taken down really early by Zan, and Bobby takes down Eerie Person as well, so that is a demo and a heavy down. So I'm just gonna pretty much call this mid for DK right now, and as I say that, it does seem like Memento Mori choose by Zan. Joe picks up a nice frag right there. Of course, it cleans up the spy, but it is too late. That is quite a bit of fragging classes down, and that is gonna be at least a push onto second for DK as well.
You know, they are already making their entrance into second, and Apple did manage to stay alive, took a really big rocket at the beginning of the mid, but stayed alive. They are going to pop it off. I'm not sure if Giraffe was ready for this one. Apple just kind of sent them forward with not a whole lot to go at. Metaway now has 100% advantage, and DK has lost quite a few. They only have 4 up at the moment. Memento Mori is going to be able to move themselves forward just a tad, but they are facing a full Uber here, and Metaway does pop this Uber off in time. They're able to find Apple. Carl picks up 2, and, well, they're sitting inside of the choke at the moment, but here comes Red Soldier on the side of Memento Mori. Almost found that frag onto Metaway, but they managed to keep their medic alive, and DK pressing on here.
Yeah, one has to really think, what were they thinking just running that corner blind in choke? Maybe they thought that the other team didn't have Uber yet, although that doesn't quite make enough sense. Both teams were at 100. We are going to see a push into lobby here. Maybe some aggression right now again from Dahl, who does like to play a little bit dangerously. Joe getting a flick onto Vlad, and that's really important because Vlad has been doing crazy work this game especially. And we do have a level 3 setup on defense, and it looks like DK is going to try and push in through River once more. Maybe send Akuma in. He's going to go under, maybe get a cheeky stab or something like that. There we go. Uber does get popped in. Soldier gets absolutely denied. Oh my god, Jose is doing a really good job there. Bobby getting taken down. Joe manages to pick up a frag onto Zan. Nice backstab. His frag going right and left. And I'd say that is a bit of a failed defensive, but Metaway is still in with his sniper. Carl gets taken down there by Bagel, and Syath gets Huey loose as well. Corsa is still, you know, dancing around there trying to get people down. Corsa's had Eerie Person's number this entire game. He's actually going to get on there onto point, but Scratchy says absolutely not. Shotgun to the face.
It was a tight fight there for a while. I mean, they stayed just about even in numbers. Both teams throughout it was really tight, but DK couldn't quite finish it off in the end. Vlad takes down Giraffe there with a nice headshot down towards River, and we are going to see essentially an even Uber situation here. Def is going to take care of Bobby inside a lobby, but quickly swapped out for a frag, so right now, Metaway at 80%, Apple at 65, and I think DK is actually going to come up on this Uber here much sooner, and they do have it, but still have yet to move forward with it, as Vlad and Huey Lewis are still a bit hurt. They decide to pop in through this Riverside, though. Gotta focus down Apple, who's sitting at 95%. He ran all the way back off on the spawn, but it doesn't matter. DK just plays the objective, gets on the point, and they now take a 2-0 lead.
Oh, Eerie Person may have cost his team the round right there. He was mucking around down in River and actually was too late to get to the point and get DK off of there, so he was sort of doing the heavy waddle, running around with his gloves out, trying to get there as fast as he could, but it was just not happening.
Well, that's unfortunate. His team now in a 2-0 hole. DK with that one map advantage as well, so as we head into this mid, we see Vlad was able to get Bagel, and at the moment DK, they have a bit more positioning on them, but they've lost 3. Memento Mori have lost 3 as well. Eerie Person's really hurt, so the rest of these guys got to back off. Apple took quite a bit of damage, so that is going to be another mid win here for DK, and they're going to get ready to push through, but as I said, Apple was able to stay alive, so they do at least have an Uber to defend second with here.
Most definitely. Akuma is sort of in position to be giving his team some intel. Both sides are actually. Joe does get caught out, unfortunately, by Carl. DK has just been playing these mids, it seems, a lot better, playing their heals a lot better, especially just not taking nearly as much damage and definitely doing a bit better flanking right there. Oh my god, the sniper beat through choke right now was so real. Both had their, you know, bead drawn on the other. We do have some people actually behind in lobby. That'll be Corsa and Bobby sort of playing around the Memento Mori last over here in lobby. Both get taken down by Scratchy. Just trying to even up the playing field somehow.
Vlad is still gonna be going at it over here on this choke side. Now Demo is just spamming loads of stickies back and forth at each other, but not a whole lot going on at this point. Bagel eventually wins that sniper battle with Vlad, and we do see an Uber exchange here inside of choke. No one's really able to find too much of anything. Eerie Person did actually end up going down to Carl. I think they missed the flash there, but not too much happens post Uber as both teams pretty much just back off here, and we're going to see a reset with an even Uber situation.
Yeah, Memento Mori got really aggressive right there, and Metaway actually got down to about 70 before popping, so that was a pretty good save on his part. He knows that he can definitely just sort of sit back, chill, and get a bit more time to, you know, make things go in his advantage a lot more. We do actually see one of the snipers, that would be Bagel, running Girardi. He's been throwing that out fairly on the regular in both maps thus far. We do have a heavy exchange going on here. Carl once more gets the better of Eerie Person in choke, but there are plenty of stickies to go around there. And finally, Metaway pops his Uber out on his scout. That'll be Corsa, Huey Lewis getting a frag, Vlad getting a frag onto Syath, which is pretty nice. And Apple has full Uber advantage right here. Well defended, and right now we just wait for the push. It's inevitable at this point.
They are now. They're actually starting to wrap just a bit. DK, they decided to try coming through on this big door side. Metaway is so hurt over in big door, but oh, by the grace of God, stays alive somehow. Oh, a guy had to get down to probably about 10 HP, but they are going to have to rotate back around and try and meet up with Memento Mori over on this choke side, but if they're smart, maybe not right up at the choke, because Memento Mori does have quite a big advantage, so much so that they pop in through choke here. Jordan should be going down over on this big door side. Memento Mori will regain ground with that Uber, but have to be careful because DK are just about to be coming up on an Uber of their own as they're now getting to 90%, and it looks like they want to go through big door.
Absolutely, their pick classes are down, but here we go. Meadoway just pops Uber right away, going in hard on Corsa. Corsa just gets thrown up into the air, trying to get some frags. Bobby gets taken down in the carnage by Side. Corsa's just sort of chilling under here at 9 health, trying to pick up something, anything. The Skull Cutter comes out. Absolutely not. Zan actually gets taken down in the carnage by Joe as well. And although that might have been sort of a textbook good push from DK right there, Memento Mori just really capitalized off that, and they definitely had the better post Uber, and wow, they didn't have Uber at all. Here we go. Apple is just now approaching 90%, so they're just going to want to take that momentum. Vlad is down. Eerie Person got the frag on there, and they're going to want to push into last as fast as possible.
Yeah, they really got to get going. They still see at this point the advantage is dwindling quite a bit, and the respawns are going to be coming through from DK, so it might be a bit of a risky move for them to go with this, but it looks like they want to go regardless. Really need to focus down Meadoway. Couldn't quite find it in time, so the counter pop comes out from DK, and Memento Mori's already lost 3. Make that 4. Apple's one of the casualties. Corsa finds him inside of lobby, and Memento Mori is ailing at the moment with only 4 players up, and they will certainly have to salvage what they can here, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be a whole lot, as Bobby's already made his way out to second, finding more frags, creating some space, and Vlad's able to destroy the scout there, Memento Mori, and that will be the second point going back over to DK here, but oh my goodness, he just got just absolutely demolished.
Yo, I swear he would have gotten airshot by Bobby if he didn't get headshot out of the air first. Bobby taken down by Bagel right there, going in through Shork, and Corsa picking up a frag onto the spy there. Meadoway is almost at Uber, so we might see that soon, although I don't really think he needs to pop to get this point, and truth be told, he really doesn't. He's just going to be moving forward with his demo, leaving his Heavy and other miscellaneous characters to sort of cap here, and he opts to pop in through choke instead. Joseph's trying to do his best air blasting with the back burner of all things, and that'll be a definitive second cap at least, or at least a second cap attempt. Oh, Carl getting taken out by Bagel, who's also been doing some work. The Sniper v Sniper's been really nice. Joe is in position to get Corsa. Dahl picks up Zan, and it is just scrappy fighting over here. Apple does have Uber, so he's going to be going in with his team trying to retake this choke any moment now.
Bagels, he was peeking through there. He doesn't have too much support with him and no buff either, so it's pretty tough to take on, Vlad in that situation. But Memento Mori is wheeling themselves around towards the big door side at the moment, as Apple is standing over there with Giraffe, but they're not really doing a whole lot. They're actually down Bagel and Eerie Person at the moment. Memento Mori has the Uber, but DK is coming up on it right now, so we'll see what they decide to do with it. Akuma is still down at the moment here. Both spies actually down here in this one, so it's right back to the old choke stalemate on Gully, but we are getting... Oh my goodness! Zan was just spamming the easy sticks through choke. I don't know what happened with Apple, but regardless, that's going to be a drop and a very costly error coming out from the medic of Memento Mori right there, as DK is going to gain a whole lot of ground, and they will have some advantage here to work with as well. They should be able to gain free entrance inside of lobby, which they are getting right now, and they are going to have just slightly over 20% advantage. Vlad goes down to a deft here of Memento Mori, but regardless...
Oh, Akuma! Oh, he gets a pick on Apple! Oh my god, right out of spawn, that's so good!
Right out of spawn. I mean, look at that. Akuma's, he's still lurking. He's waiting for another spawn frag, this guy. Oh, he gets spotted out.
That is so good. I wouldn't be surprised if that just won his team the round, as Meadoway is going to be getting his Uber in about, a few seconds or so, and it does look like MM is just really struggling to get set up any sort of cohesive defense here. We do see Eerie Person on Natasha maybe try and stave off the flow of gamers. It's going to be happening, and here we go. Corsa does get popped in upstairs through Shutter. Bobby jumps in really fast, gets Flash on there, Syath down, Giraffe down, Eerie Person down. Joseph managed to pick up a frag onto Vlad, and that is the cap. Finally for DK. Oh my god, Akuma. Wow.
Yeah, that's some textbook spy play right there. Get it, just excellently done, as you said. Really helped them finally secure that round, and with that, DK is up 3-0 on the half here. Things are looking quite dire for Memento Mori here. They're down a map, and they're down 3-0 on the second map. Gotta get it together here as we take a look into this mid. Both teams down 2 players at the moment. The exact same classes, to be exact, but DK losing quite a lot here. So is Memento Mori. Both teams lost their medics. It's actually a 2v4 fight at the moment. Only Akuma, well, it was Akuma who...
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness, Akuma! He's gonna find 2. Back-to-back ambi headshots, still managed to stay alive. He's inside a choke, having a dance with Giraffe at the moment. And he's still going with him here. He's gonna decloak. The guy wants some more. Got a little, got a little hungry, but regardless, great shooting from Akuma there, as you were saying before. Very noted for those ambi headshots.
Wow. So because Medaway actually went down earlier, he's gonna have a pretty gnarly about 30% advantage coming in here. Memento Mori did manage to finally get the mid cap. Not before, Vlad getting Eerie Person down as well. And Joe picking up a nice frag onto Vlad right there. So we're just gonna have some, oh my god. Carl getting taken down, Giraffe getting really aggressive in there, as well as Doll jumping in super far onto these rocks, getting taken out by Huey loses shotgun, and it is just scrappy fighting going on here. Akuma sort of whiffing a stab right there. He's gonna get caught out, try and run away. He finally gets taken out by Bagel, a nice kukri going out there. And throughout the carnage, both medics actually got Uber, and Medaway actually decided to use to chase Memento Mori sort of in here, but it looks like Apple's gonna manage to make it out with his Uber and be ready for a repush.
Yeah, they couldn't really find a whole lot there. Apple does pop it off as they send it through on the big door side. Zan goes down to the spy, and Memento Mori trying to stop that mid cap, which they did indeed do. It came close for DK, but Giraffe is gonna bomb in towards this big door side, and Carl gets put into the meat grinder. So here comes Memento Mori back with a little bit of life here on this round as they try and snag up this second point. At the moment, DK down quite a bit, and Apple will retain a bit of Uber advantage here, but you have Soldier on the point for Memento Mori. Was able to get just about half cap time down. Couldn't quite finish it off, but they still do have some advantage here. Memento Mori, if they can build this up.
Akuma trying to go for the back half right there. He's just going to keep needling them, trying to distract them, give his team a bit more time to build Uber. He knows Medaway doesn't quite have enough. Akuma finally gets taken down by a headshot from Bagel, which is pretty good, but I think that definitely gave his team enough time to set up a much better defense going on there. Apple just got Uber. Medaway's going to get it in a few seconds, so we're probably going to see another Uber v Uber fight on last.
Let's see where Memento Mori wants to go here as they send it in through lower main. They'll take the exchange, but DK's got just a bit better of an Uber here as of course it takes the fight, is able to finish off Memento Mori's scout, and he will just run himself up here towards upper. He just ran through lobby into upper, takes down Apple. Corsa finding 3, gets Geosis as well. Big plays coming out from Corsa, who really did well for DK in their upper bracket finals last week. They did quite well, so DK holding off the push here, and they are actually going to snag up some Uber advantage here as well, Atlas.
Some really significant Uber advantage, that is for sure, about 50%. So I'm definitely looking to see a bit more aggression coming out here. There is no spy on the Memento Mori side. We do have a bit of spam coming in through lobby right here. Dose getting really aggressive, actually taking out Zan with a nice sort of M1 action. Bobby getting Giraffe as sort of collateral right there. And those are some pretty important classes down. Pyra's pretty good pushing last, keeping spam off your medics, so on and so forth. Medaway gets that Uber advantage, still at an advantage, and he's probably just sort of content to sit right now. He knows he has to heal up his players, wait for those spawns, and it's definitely easy to defend than it is to push. We did have a player out there. It is Akuma once more doing some needling on second. trying to get some distractions going on here, and it does look like Giraffe is going to take that bait, throw some stickies down, all sorts of stuff like that, and Apple has Uber. He's going to try and push him with his team once more.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're DK, there's really no need to push out. Some people might be saying, you know, why didn't they push with that 40-some% Uber advantage that they had? And they don't need to at the moment. They're up 3-0, and the Ubers are exchanged here over on this river side, and course is going to come through. Zan gets some pipes. He's able to take down Apple, and he actually manages to pick up 3 frags there. Big stuff from Zan as they followed up with the Uber. And right now they are going to continue to press through here as getting completely outplayed Metaway by Deft over on that riverside. Oh, that was brilliant. I don't know if you saw that, Atwas, but that was so just magical.
Oh my god. Joe is really fun to watch when he turns it on, and he picks up his 3rd kill in the form of Zan right there. And Yohi is turning it on. It does look like Memento Mori is going to get that recap onto 2nd. Good job, Joe. Hang out with your team for a little while. You've definitely earned it. They're going to be trying to push back in here without a demo to sticky off Shutter. It's going to be an easy lobby play for them. Akuma taking down Doll. Huey Lewis actually taking down Giraffe as well. So that's demo down on the attacking team this time. And it looks like some stickies are going to be thrown, trying to get people out of lobby. Throw them back up into river. Get some people there. Joe picks up a 4th flag onto Vlad. And Akuma gets taken down once more. No headshots from him. He's on the receiving end of that tonight.
Well, we're down to just 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here. I think I already saw a little bit of chatter about GG's in the chat there, and I think everybody knows pretty much at this point it is over. DK up 3-0 with just 3 minutes left. I don't even know if it's mathematically possible for Memento Mori to be able to come back into this game, especially with DK just sitting at last with a full Uber to work with. They don't even really need to push out here. I think is essentially dead time at this point. Apple's only at 25% advantage, and they're going to take this Uber into them as Course is trying to finish off Apple, who was just given the bot leg jukes there for a little while, but eventually DK pushes out here. They're going to grab it, but yes, we are starting to get some GGs in the chat from the Memento Mori side. I think they know that this one is over. Indeed it is. 2 minutes left and a 3-round lead. DK really showing up this evening here, Atlas.
Ouch, Bagel getting a nice pick onto Zan. It looks like there's still some fighting, no matter if it's over or not. Sayath getting up a nice 2K. Carl and Corsa getting taken down, and Akuma taking down Scratchy as well. They're gonna keep fighting this. Apple's gonna be coming in here with his team trying to go through choke. He's gonna send his demo through, his soldier through first. Trying to... As that's happening, there's a back cap going on mid. That would be Akuma and Huey Lewis, or Osborne Cox, trying to do some work right there. And it looks like they're actually going to cap mid behind the entirety of Memento Mori. Doll takes down Huey Lewis, gets some revenge right there. And oh my god, Bobby just got a whip kill onto Apple. Oh, what a hero. Oh, that was great.
Oh, that hurts if you're Apple. Lose the game and get just spanked by the whip there of Bobby, but well, that's alright. It's all in good fun, right? But well, if you're still interested, I guess, in the slight happenings of this last minute and 10 seconds, DK is over on the midpoint, but like we said, essentially this is kind of dead time here, really. DK has secured it. They are your Season 18 Platinum Highlander champions, pulling off that big upset last week, and that will pulling off that upset last week against K&D in the upper bracket, sending them down, and then eventually they lost to Memento Mori. K&D did. A bit surprising to some, but DK is going to be your champions here, Atwas.
And very definitive champions as well, taking both maps without Memento Mori even picking up a round, which is really unfortunate. Although they did a great job knocking out K&D. I know K&D was playing without a lot of their main players. Trap getting a skull cutter kill. Incredible. And Meadoway sort of popping his Uber for just seeing some carnage down here. Will they actually cement it with a point? Who knows? Not me, but DK has definitely been playing really well all this season. They have a, what, I guess 11-2 record? as of this match, it was 10-2 with Memento going 10-4, and that will be finally, at long last, a win for DK. Good job, our champions. It was fun.
Indeed it was. It was a good playoff series. Once again, congrats to DK. Dunning-Kruger effect. Your Season 18 UGC Platinum Highlander champions defeating Memento Mori in dominating fashion here this evening. 2-0 in the best of 3 on the maps here, winning this one 3-0 on Gully Wash here. So as we were saying, very, very definitive win there from DK, showing why they are now the top of North American Highlander.
The top of the heap, that is for sure.
Yes.
Just looking at stats, Corsa going crazy, Vlad going crazy, Carl as well. Giraffe always putting out that damage, but his team really couldn't follow up on a lot of it. And
can we get some 1Gs in the chat, please?
Hi, Mustard. Bye, Mustard.
Thanks for joining us, Mustard.
Shoutouts.
What did he want in the chat?
I have no idea. I didn't hear him.
Something 1G, I thought he said. Maybe he said Summit 1G in the chat. Well, we'll act like that never happened. Thank you again, Mustard. Anyway, you were saying something about stats, Atwas, or
I was
something.
totally saying something about stats, but I just got totally thrown off. So
yeah, I have no idea what's going on anymore.
You have any shoutouts, Gecks?
Well, I think just a big shout out to all of EVL, especially Dashner here as well, who really put in some good time and making these streams look beautiful. He's a favorite among casters and fans alike. Great guy, Dashner here. So big props to him for doing this stream, and big props to everyone that played in Highlander this season in Platinum, but especially DK here, really having a solid performance this evening against Memento Mori.
Absolutely. And if we could get some hearts in chat for Dashner, that would be totally awesome. He's been really patient with everyone this season, and he always does a lovely job, and production is often not that appreciated, so big props to him. Also, shoutouts to our lovely viewers. You guys are great, and if you like the cast tonight and you feel interested, or want to, or would love to support your caster, take a look at the shirts underneath the video player right there. Proceeds from each shirt goes directly to your caster of choice. The designs are pretty cool, made by the lovely Jessie, our resident graphic artist. She does a lovely job, and wow, this has been an awesome season, and I'm really happy to have, shared a bit of it of you. And thank you so much, Gecks, for coming in on Map 2 with me.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's been since, week 1 since we got the cast together, I think, or something like that. So it was good to, we brought the season around full circle and got to end with the cast together. And big shout-outs to Mario as well, who is in here casting that map 1 as well. So big shout outs to him for covering my butt there. So you want to go ahead and close it out here, Atwas? I think I have about all I needed to say here. And thank you to everybody that's been here watching as well. Appreciate you guys. None of this, of course, would be possible. These streams would be pointless without you guys here to come watch them and support. So thank all of you as well.
It's all for you guys. And, tune back in. We will be doing some IM playoffs and finals, doing some more coverage over on the ESEA side. So come in, watch Bro, watch Flatline, watch me probably, and we'll be hitting you up with some more streams. But for now, thanks for tuning in, and good night.